All right, so there's the Civic where a truck should be, but anyways, this noble steed will do its job just fine. And so here's the start of the mess. Obviously it's springtime, so all the brush is, I thought about this yesterday, all the brush is overgrown, so I'm gonna have to work around that. But this is the chute. See how this goes. I'm probably gonna start my fire here and just kind of assess the situation a little bit. But yeah, here it is. I'll get all these trees cleared up, kind of reveal the ground a bit, probably get at her with my machete and go from there. So I'm kind of into this now. Basically, let's see what my approach is now, which I don't think is very permanent. It's just to kind of get a, I don't even know my approach. I do. So what I'm planning on doing is putting this barricade up, and then I'm just working uphill, and anything that I see, boom, it's just caught. I think I need to engineer that a little bit better because I feel like it's gonna get tipped over. But it's kind of my approach. You see, adios, mouthwash. But yeah, excuse my terrible raking. I'm just doing it left-handed. But yeah, there's just lots of this stuff. As I work my way up the hill, obviously it's gonna get worse. So I think I'm gonna have to make another stop kind of where that log is. But I think this is gonna be my approach for the time being. The big problem, big problem is it's muddy, and I don't really wanna cause a big mudslide. So I need to just kind of think over this stuff because I feel like I'm kind of going a little too brash at it. But yeah, so this stuff is just all from this whole area here, pretty much just in the 4-foot circle of where I'm standing. And it's getting worse as I go up. A big concern that I found was someone dumped a deer up the hill. Of course, every single time I think something's gonna be easier, I come across a carcass, which complicates things as far as just biological hazards. But yeah, my initial couple thoughts is it's wet, and holy smokes, there's a lot of garbage. It's probably, this slope is probably one of the worst I've seen, which is why I'm starting on it right now. But yeah, I'm just hoping to kind of get all this cleared up and then make my way to the campsite. But this is just it's just a nightmare. All right. Yeah, that's gross. Frick. So is all that. So is this whole hillside. This is the meaty part. Look at all that stuff. Oh yeah. Nice. Oh boy. Oh man. Just the extent of mess down here. From another angle. Now for the past 20 minutes, you've seen in my fast forward film that I've just raked anything I found within the next 10 feet up this hill, just into this big pile. And it's disgusting. There's so much garbage that I don't even know if this is even half of it. And it's just everywhere. Every sweep I could take with my rake, I'd just take a handful of garbage and send it down into this pile. And this is probably only a third of it. And unfortunately, the problem I'm starting to realize is that this isn't the only situation of its kind in this river valley. Right now I'm at Tamahi at the Crowfoot, and there's this cliff up here, and people just like to just throw their garbage bag. Maybe they're coming back from camping. Maybe they're heading up for camping, something like that. Doesn't matter. People just throw it off the cliff, and this isn't the only situation in this river valley where these occurrences happen, where there's a common dumping spot that's just accumulating garbage. And I'm telling you, some of this garbage I'm looking at has been here for 4 or 5 years. And just because it stayed put doesn't mean it's not gonna take forever to decompose or eventually go into the river, which is just downstream from me, or just down the hill. This is a problem that's growing in recreational areas and tourism-driven economies like Chilliwack, where many people are brought to our forests and to our mountains and often disrespect it with the amount of garbage that they leave behind. This isn't sustainable, and this is very destructive to such a fragile ecosystem like a temperate rainforest we have on the West Coast. Okay, so I'm calling it a day. I think I've been here for maybe 3-4 hours, call it. There's my garbage pile. And here's everywhere that's garbage free. There's still a lot of stuff I gotta pick out, but there's a couple problems I'm facing right now, and I think I need to sit and think about that before I start just doing random things. So the first thing is, like, problem A, I guess, is how much it's raining and all this exposed mud now, which was once covered in horsetails and stuff like that. My concern is that with all this exposed mud, there could be a mudslide or at least a slough, and a lot of this garbage would get buried. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that's not the case, but it is a likelihood. So I should kind of do something to prevent that. I'm starting to think maybe my day isn't so done. But anyways, B, trying to get this stuff out of here. You can't tell from the video, from me to the bucket is the garbage pile, and that's a good, I don't know, 12 feet. So, and it's probably about 7 feet wide. So, and about 3 feet deep, actually. This is a pretty tall pile too. It's gonna be a lot of garbage to haul out tomorrow, and some of it's muddy, there's sticks mixed in. But yeah, I got a long day tomorrow, so I gotta A, plan for what I'm doing, B, prepare a little better, and C, get some good sleep, because I'm gonna be here for probably 14 hours tomorrow. Hopefully have everything in bags up on the road there. Oh boy, this is tough. Anyways, so this is the final product. Obviously there's still a lot of stuff, but that got muddy and big. It's about 14 feet, 12 feet by 6 feet. Excuse my yellow fingers, it's from my sheepskin gloves. But yeah, I'm gonna probably just shovel this stuff out